Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to The Hole in the World, an actual play set in the world of the Invisible Sun RPG by Monte Cook Games. I am, as always, your GM, Zach, otherwise known as Great Zemino, and I am once again joined by my lovely cast members. Say hello, lovely cast members.
Yeah!
There we go.
Hello, lovely cast members.
I've been watching way too much Dimension 20. Sorry about that. Marcy, if you would like to kick off things by introducing yourself.
Sure. It's still me, still Marcy, after all these years, and I'm still going by Experimental Madness. Most places online where you can find me, if you can find me, you get a prize of some kind. I don't know what, but we'll figure it out.
Amazing.
And I am back playing Gabrielle, the iconoclastic ardent apostate who hosts a choir.
Amazing. Moving down the overlay, Bill, if you would like to introduce yourself.
Hey everybody, my name is Bill, and I'm playing Maree Webb, a stalwart empath of the Order of Weavers who turns tales into reality.
Amazing. Moving over to the opposite side of the overlay, Hopper, if you would like to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Hopper. My pronouns are they, them. You can find me on the internet at Fail Deadly. That's with a 3 instead of an E, because I'm a bad person. If you manage to find me, I will bite you as a reward. I'm playing someone. Who knows?
I believe you last session you ended as Okris.
I was playing Okris. We're gonna find out who is a iconoclastic Arden?
Yep.
Apostate who heralds endings.
Amazing. Fantastic. And then finally, last but certainly not least, Marissa, if you would like to introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. I'm Marissa. As Zach kindly said, I use she, her pronouns. I am an editor and literary agent of books and TTRPGs and things. And I play Curiel von Hollingsworth, the first assistant librarian of the Order of the Vamps. She is an eremitic stoic who understands the words, guardian of Zaleska's grimoire, curator of King Nine's library, maven of mirrors, mistress of monikers, and apparently holding some creepy picture of her sister's eye or face or something that she found in a closet, which isn't terrifying or concerning whatsoever. So you shouldn't be concerned, viewers, because clearly nothing concerning is happening here today.
Yeah.
We need to be supportive when our siblings come out of the closet.
So speaking of those events that have transpired as well as the eye of a child, some crazy stuff has happened in the past episode. Namely, you guys... hold on. And we cue the old original theme song. So previously on The Hole in the World, you guys had found your way to the accidental space. And after taking some time to rest and recover in this kind of gray, bland, empty, abandoned city, you took some time to rest and were able to collect yourselves, but at the same time encountered the residents of this strange liminal pathway between the night side of every sun. The Shedarinis, which were in turns kind of terrifying and at the same time not all that unfriendly, but you found, much to Okris's horror, that these creatures were formerly non-magical users or non-magic users or nons who were unable to escape the accidental space, and that whatever had transformed them had taken their ability to want away from them. Kiri, in that same moment, you realized that the person that had dubbed them this, where previously they had had no name to give themselves, was advanced by the name of Marlo Anvers, and that name must have had some power over them. So after collecting yourselves and Okris, you making a promise to revisit this injustice, You encountered inside the Hall of Blackening Wings, this strange location of power within the accidental space, a place called the Hall of Blackening Wings. You found inside of it a modest 3-story Victorian home. And you, in your wisdom, your bravado, your bravery, and your lack of any other option, ventured inside the darkest house. You found yourselves in a living room and that it would seem was kind of covered up, and in it you found the remains of a scrap of a painting called the Eye of a Child that looked strangely like one of Allegra von Hollingsworth's stormy blue-gray eyes. And then you ventured through a impossibly pitch-black darkness before making your way through the hallway and finding yourselves inside of a massive room bordered on one side by a strange liminal light pervading the windows, and on the other side, again, more pitch darkness. But it wasn't before something whispered to Ogress and antagonized them to the point where they would destroy a piece of this room, and in so doing uncover the source of a strange ticking, a tower that was a miniature replica of the tower of the Cathedral of the Unknowable Angel. And once you set the hands of that clock to the 13th hour, you found in front of you a perfectly dark black door. But not before, Okris, you invoked doom and invited the house to act. So, as all of you stand before this door, this Vanta black surface, even the brass knocker attached to the very top of the door itself, some sort of black coating over it, you hear something as if it's approaching from behind you. And yet when you look back behind you, you see nothing. What do you do?
Well, I hate this.
Good.
I think the footsteps really get to Gav, because this is, I think, the first time she actually unholsters her rifle and is looking around for the source of who might be following, but finds nothing.
There is nothing that you, even with the Seed of Truth, can see behind you.
Oh, I just hate that.
Come on, we know this place is fucking with us. Let's just take the door in front of us. Trap or no?
Kiri's invisible, lest we forget, because in the room of darkness that had no light or way of creating light, she thought maybe she could be clever and defeat it by becoming invisible and suddenly making something else visible or not. Didn't work was the answer to that question, but as a result she's still invisible, so I think she's kind of hanging a little ways back from the rest of the group at this point, and she's sort of watching what happens.
If there isn't any choice, then by all means open the door.
Kiri,
So-
do you think that's good?
Yeah.
Kiri's on board.
When in doubt, forward.
If you're going through hell, keep going.
Okay. Kiri, do you do anything to disrupt this?
I think she will sort of follow along, but again, she's hanging back. She wants to be sort of like the last person through the door.
Yeah. You just hear as the door opens. And as you guys peer through the arch, this door itself standing in the middle of this room where previously no door had existed, you see, I'm going to actually send you guys a link for what you see. Let's see.
That's never unhealthy for us.
Oh, never mind. No, I can't show you that. So in that case,
Even worse?
I will.
That's worse. You understand how that's worse, right, Zach?
That's really just a matter of perspective, which you
like it
don't
worse.
have. Yeah. Anyhow, you see through this doorway a semi-darkened room, but there seems to be 2 points of light and that are kind of peeking at either corner of your vision. You'd have to kind of go through the door to see those sources, but you also see just in front of you, some distance away, a very dim, kind of almost overhead lit surface that seems to catch your eye with a very dim shimmer. What do you guys do?
Forward, right?
Yeah.
I'll put my hand on the back of Okris's shoulder and reach my hand out to grab Gav's behind me.
Yep.
Okay.
Ooh.
And Kiri, are you still standing back, or are you gripping them?
I think she's not gripping them. I think she has walked like up to the door, but I think she's sort of like testing the limits of this place. She's trying to figure out like, if they go in, will the door close? If she goes in, will the door disappear? Can she stand in the interim of the door and make the door stay open? She wants to like test the parameters a little bit, I think, of this place.
Okay. So I assume then the 3 of you that are joining hands, are you moving forward with or without Kiri?
Yeah.
Okay. Kiri, you watch your friends walk through the door. I will explain to them what they see in just a minute. Kiri. Yep, go ahead.
I would note that where Maurice puts his hand on Okris, it kind of has the same sensation of if you let pineapple linger in your mouth and the enzymes start to digest your skin.
Mm-hmm.
Has kind of a similar
Yeah,
sensation.
no, I know exactly what you mean by that. Thanks.
Yeah, fun fact, pineapple eats you.
Yeah, very relatable. Totally. Yeah.
Soviet Russia.
I don't even know why you bothered explaining it, because it's such a normal thing that we all experience and know exactly what it feels like.
There's a reason why I don't like, well, there's a bunch of reasons why I don't like pineapple. Sorry, gang. But that's one of them. Anyways, you can feel
The horror of the darkest house is just pineapple on pizza.
Yeah.
Ooh, God damn it. Now I have to come out with a different big bad evil guy. Anyway.
To make this interesting, what I'd like to say Kiri will do, just to see, I don't know if this will change anything, but I'm curious if it will. I think Kiri will follow her friends like to through the door, like to the extent that they go through. She's like the last one, but she does not actually cross the threshold. She's standing on the threshold.
Okay.
Like in the liminal space in the doorway.
Okay. It remains open.
Cool.
That said, as you kind of wait in that doorway, I have to send you something.
Oh no.
Oh. That's fucking ominous.
And in the back of your hearing.
Okay, but is that Mercy?
It sounds like me. It's so weird.
It sounds like Marcy's creepy little girl voice. It's horrible.
What do you do, Gary?
Tone tag, hateful, disparaging. Sorry.
Yeah, Kiri, there is just something in the back of your earshot in the back of your awareness that just makes the back, the hairs on the back of your neck stand. But the door remains open. It's like it's waiting for you.
I think she sort of brushes the back of her ear as though there's a little buzzing fly, like there's some sort of annoyance.
And just as you do that, I think you just see Sophanox dig off of the corner of your ear and kind of place a lock that had kind of gotten out of place back behind your ear and kind of resets it for you.
She gives Sophanox a little affectionate scritch.
Mm-hmm.
But as the door stays open, I think she's curious what will happen. So she has a line of sight into both rooms. Yes, as the door remains open.
Mm-hmm.
I think she is kind of gonna similar playbook here, watch and wait and see what happens in this next room before she decides whether to step in fully.
Great. Roll me perception.
Ooh la la.
Don't forget to add your house die.
Of course. Do. Plus a bene. Ooh. That's a 9. Plus 1 is 10.
Okay. So, really important. Which die had the 9 on it?
It was not the house die.
Okay. So, on that, you just get the sense as you're kind of watching from this vantage point. You now all see kind of together what is inside this room, which is that in front of you, you have on the left-hand side a door that has a soft kind of amber glow leaching from it. The door that it is kind of, that from which this kind of glow is suffused is kind of a gray wooden oaken door on an otherwise just unremarkable brick wall. And over on the right side, there is a soft red tinged glow that seems to, again, kind of come from out from under a different door, this one made out of wrought iron. But the one that is on the left, the one amber, is slightly ajar. And over on the right, that door, that wrought iron door, is sealed. However, in front of all of you, in the center of this kind of T-shaped room, you see a massive bronzen door. But that, and it's softly backlit, almost tastefully so. And it seems to be bound, it has a large kind of keyhole on either door that seems almost ceremonial and very intricately engraved. However, what's most remarkable about this bronzen door is it is covered in what you would think would be verdigris. However, it would be covered in verdigris if verdigris was not that kind of a light, kind of pleasant green of the oxidation, but was instead, the remains of a black ichor. What do you do?
Kiri, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm back here.
Okay.
I thought in case we had some light situation problems. Well, it seems to be lighter out there.
We're all seeing a total of 3 doors. We all see this. Okay, I say exactly what Zach described.
Mm-hmm. Actually, Gabrielle.
Oh boy.
When you kind of look to the right of, kind of your entry point, it seems like there is this almost kind of shimmering column in one corner of the room. But it almost has this kind of gauzed up, kind of almost ethereal quality to it.
So I'm seeing these doors plus this.
Yes.
There's more than 3 doors. Do you not see that?
No, this way, and like Maree starts walking, playing hot and cold.
I'm gonna
right here.
I can still point. You're not holding both of my hands. I'm gonna put the rifle back over my
Yeah, well,
shoulder.
Maree lets go and starts walking. You said over here?
Yeah. Well, it would be more helpful for me if you could tell me which doors you're actually seeing.
Yeah, I describe all the bronze door in the middle, the
No,
amber
but what about
door.
the gauzy one, the shimmery one?
No, don't see that one. And that's where? And I walk over and I'm trying to touch. I'm trying to
Yeah,
feel.
I'm assuming we eventually.
Your palm finds a solid surface where what looks like thin air would be. At this point, Kiri, you would have to step in order to get a better vantage point.
I think Kiri takes one look back into the chamber everybody's left. Does she see anything different, unusual, or...
Make me another perception roll.
Right.
Don't forget to add your house die.
That house die. And stick with that dice because it did so well last time. Except it went on the floor. You know, did so well last time. So that's 5.
And how does the house die?
That is the house die.
Okay. And
House die is higher.
oh boy.
time.
So that is when you see a shadowy figure in the distance behind you, slight in shape, as it seems to step out from the shadows. There is almost a sheen of moonlight that reflects off this figure. And you can't, from this distance, make out just really the definition of it, but you understand where the sheen that you saw came from. It's not moonlight. It's light glimmering off of a blade.
Oh.
A
Fun.
long, crooked one in its right hand.
Well, everyone, it seems either the maker of this game has come to watch the outcome, or we have incoming potentially. And I think Kiri will point at the room.
Well, get in here and close the door.
Don't you want to know what all of this is about?
I'm touching something invisible. We got multiple mysteries.
If you think that somebody's coming through the door, guns back out now. I think I do need to let go of your hand now, Maurice.
Oh, I walked into the corner.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm now just trained on, as you're exiting this other room, we don't know if anything is friendly here.
Kiri, choke points. Come through the door.
But then we lose access. Don't you understand? Don't you want to find out what's going on here? We can't run from every potential piece of information and or possible threat.
Okay,
You didn't
well,
say
can
I was
find
running.
Yeah, keep the door open then.
Well, then I have to stay standing here. And I
Oh,
think
we don't know
she'll-
that?
All right. I was going to say this figure has not moved and is seeming to just watch you.
What are you?
Gav, I think you have to come this way. And Kiri gestures toward.
I will take a couple steps forward, gun still trained on this figure. What are you?
All you hear is this figure, a girlish giggle, escapes its lips as you just see it run a blade in the distance across a shadowy hand, and then hold the blade out to the side.
And I use the ability of the seed of true faith to determine exactly what kind of fuckery this is.
Okay, describe the ability for me that you are using.
Bold of you to assume I remember the text of that. Let me see if I can pull it up. I think it might be not. You might have to pull that up. I remember it in context. But I think you put it in the Zoom chat last time, so that is lost to me.
Okay, no worries. Let me find that right quick.
Sorry.
No, you're totally fine. Let me see. I just need to find the right conversation. Just bear with me, guys. But basically, what I would like to know is what... I'll tell you what. Let me see if I can...
I believe basically once per day I can determine the true intentions and motivations of someone.
Ooh, okay.
I could be wrong, but that was my understanding of the once a day ability, and I don't remember the broader scope ability.
That sounds very accurate. Let me double check. Okay. The seed of true faith. Once a day in the face of an adversary or adversity, you may speak your conviction into reality and choose one of the following effects. Oh, sense belief. If the bearer of the seed studies a person for at least 1 minute, they can determine what motivates their current course of action. So that's what you're doing. You are watching this thing for a minute. Okay.
Yeah, I think Ogres is just kind of staring, fingers gripping where there once would have been the haft of a war sledge. Now just kind of resting on the butt of Fortinbras.
Okay. So this sensibility, what does it feel like as you kind of sense a belief in this, whatever this is? Like, what does it feel like as this information, kind of like this sensation comes to you? Or would you prefer I describe it?
I would prefer you describe that.
Okay. Well, in that case, what is happening when you study this thing? There is an absolute certainty, a gut feeling, an instinct that you realize is you determining kind of their clear, whatever kind of motivates them. It's almost, you're not quite reading their mind, but it's almost like the way that they stare, their eyes, the way they hold their figure, the way they move is telling you a story that you have learned how to read for the first time. And the thing that, and you've always been very good at studying and kind of sensing motives of people that would do you harm, but it just kind of comes to you. It's not guesswork. It's not anything but just a raw, absolute certainty. And the thing that you feel with utter certainty is that this is not a person. This is a part of the house, but a part of it is also a person. But the thing about this is the house in its infinite darkness, in its infinite capacity, and it is fucking with you. But in particular, it's fucking with Kiri.
So this is just an extension of the house.
Oh yeah.
And it's just here to play games.
For now.
Okay. Ogres doesn't say shit.
All right.
Maurice clocks this. He's like, "You're not gonna go out there and fight a thing? Are you feeling all right?"
I think Ogres shrugs your hand off.
Again, I've been feet away.
Oh, you are feet away. You're no longer.
I'm the furthest one in the room at this point.
Oh, I was under the impression we were both walking in, basically.
We all walked in. Gav clocked an invisible thing. I walked over and said this thing, and now I'm touching an invisible thing. And then Gav started walking backwards towards the open door where Kiri's invisible and you're standing still.
Oh, I thought we were closer than that, but my understanding of the distance.
I thought we were closer than that too.
No. I think Ogres just kind of grunts. It's part of the house.
Maurice is, I'm still be able to, like, how big is this thing I'm tactilely touching?
It is basically a very thick, almost a little bit larger than shoulder wide column.
Yeah, so I'm like feeling out the shape of this and says, I think this is part of the house too. Do you want to help me figure this out? There's a reason why it's invisible, I'm sure.
Can I tell, is this like a thing that I can see because an illusion is hiding it and it's my seed of truth that's helping me see it, or would I know that?
I think that instinctually you know that the seed is helping you. However, the thing that is striking to you is even as powerful as the seed is, it is not enough to get through this illusion. Not enough because basically it's the house kind of working within its own rules of reality.
So what I mean by I should be more specific. I'm talking about like the door that I saw that no one else saw.
That's what I'm talking about.
You're talking about, it's not a door, it's a column.
Yeah, it's a big column. It looks as though it's just kind of like ethereal, almost semi-transparent.
The load-bearing invisible column.
I will tell you, Kiri, this thing is not moving. It's just watching you.
Reluctant to take eyes off of this thing that seems to be watching Kiri.
I think Kiri will say to Gav, I think it's watching what we do. I don't think it's a threat, not right now.
I'm willing to bet that everything in this house is a threat, whether it acts on it or not.
I don't doubt that, but I think right now it's more interested in what we will do next than it is in attacking us.
Walk back towards us and don't take your eyes off of it.
I have a feeling that when I do that, the door will swing shut and we'll lose access to that room.
Well,
is that what we want?
We have 3 other options.
3 other options the house has created and controls. If I've learned nothing from growing up with Allegra von Hollingsworth, it's the power of battlefield control. She always says that if you control the environment, you control the game, and you control the stakes.
I can make my own doors.
Out of this house? Without
I think
connection to the weave or the current?
It has nothing to do with that. But if we need an escape rope, I might have one. So let's not give all credit to the house just yet.
Okay. But just know, we're playing into the game. We're agreeing to be pieces.
Cut to Maurice and Okris. Yeah, right here. I think if you hit it real hard right here, you might be able to knock out this whole invisible
Okris just
column.
raises Fortinbras and shoots right above Maurice's hand.
Like, yeah, I'm putting it right.
Nice,
I'm like,
nice.
Yeah.
woo!
All right, you do that. Okay.
It's very casual. It's just kind of like Okris is standing there and just kind of goes, raises, doesn't even aim, just lets Fortinbras do the thing.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a attack. This in this case is going to be accuracy, I believe, or yeah.
Okay. I did. The only thing that has changed since last we did it is I spent a crux on an apostate thing because I realized I haven't spent shit since we merged those character sheets.
Bro, I leveled up so good.
I still have a bunch of stuff I need to do. I'll talk to you about that later, Zach. So this is Fortinbras, which is
I believe it does, 4-6 damage, I think?
I think it's 6 damage. So I have medium ranged weapons. That's Twig. Never mind. Hang on. Stand by.
Oh, remember, you are combining these sheets, but I'll tell you...
Do I combine skills?
Yeah. Well, I think what you do is you're going to average them out, but... make me, in this case...
averaging out skills, too? Fuck me. Okay.
Well, we'll figure that out. Don't worry. So I believe, is your bonus to, like, with a pistol, I think it's, like, +3 to hit, and...
On Twig, it is a +4 to hit.
Excellent.
And then I do so much extra damage, because Fortinbras is, like, a, is a special boy.
Okay. In that case, roll.
So I'm just trying to find this shit. Fortinbras, kindled, awakened level 8 creature, hand cannon, +5 medium weapon with twig, +1 dice, 6 damage.
Yep.
And then if you're talking about Okris, then I also have guided hand. So that would be, we enhance the attack roll by 1. And then I do extra damage. I have a forte where I just do a fuck a ton of extra damage.
Okay.
Or secrets, I guess. I guess it's secrets.
Roll me all of that. And since you're rolling 2 dice, make sure to roll 2 house dice.
Oh, gross. Okay. House dice are the silicone dice and the invisible sun dice.
Okay.
Okay, that could be so much worse, as we saw last time. Yeah, I think we'll just call. Sorry, this is where I have to remember how to play this thing. Any attack you make against a single target inflicts +3 damage. So it's a total of 9 damage.
Okay.
Just based on the bullets, not including Fortinbras's bullshit. And so we are good. What's bad on the house dice?
If the house dice are higher than your normal dice, or if all of them are higher.
Oh, that's great. We're doing great then. We've got. Is it bad if the house dice are 0?
No.
Okay, sweet.
In point of fact, that's better.
Okay, then we're good. I'm higher on both. We have a total of 6 plus. Fucking so much. I'm so sorry. 6 plus 5, so an 11, and an 11 and a 7.
You knock loose. Normally, the thing with this hand cannon is it should be devastating. You should have basically blown a hole through multiple structures. But what you see instead is this: you have managed to dislodge 3 bricks from the area above Maurice's hands. Maurice, I think reflexively, you take your hands back as it's fired. It dislodges 3 bricks, and you see into what is like, again, kind of like almost like a gauzy, semi-transparent view. You see what look to be large metal cables. And that is, I think, when... Kiri, do me a favor. Could you roll me a withstand roll to see if you don't flinch?
Do I add a house die to this as well?
Yes.
Okay. Not that one. Ooh la la. That's a 7.
Okay. On which die?
On the normal die, and a 6 on the house die.
Okay. You almost hear the rapid, quick fire of steps, and you see that figure has closed the gap with the blade out coming towards you. You catch it just in time. As you,
I would shoot.
Yeah, you would? Okay.
Oh yeah, if this thing so much as moved in a threatening way towards Kiri, I've got my rifle trained just for that particular
It's
inevitability.
less than an eye blink, and you fire reflexively, almost
Cool.
startled. You've not seen anything move this fast. Give me a roll.
Specific, am I rolling?
You're rolling to shoot this thing.
I'm rolling to shoot this thing. All right, so we got a +3. I'm gonna use a sortilege, which means I'm gonna be rolling 2 house die along with my 2 dice. Pretty good. Okay, let's do the house dice first before I freak out. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My dice were higher. I rolled 2 7s, and the house die was a 5 and a 0.
Okay. So what do you add
so
to all of that? Yeah.
So with that, it is a 10.
Okay. On a 10, I will tell you, you hit whatever this thing is in the head. But to your deep chagrin, you do not see this thing seem to flinch or to move.
I was worried about that.
And at which point you see something begin to pour out of its skull.
Oh, no!
At which point the thing that you see crawl out of it and then take flight are numerous blue butterflies. And you behold this figure closed, illuminated by whatever dim light is in that liminal room. You see a woman that is gripping this knife, holding what looks like to be a stuffed figure of some sort that you recognize immediately as a younger, teenaged Allegra. Kiri. And I think as these butterflies continue to pour out of this fracture in her skull, she giggles again childishly, and just as fast as she ran up to you, she salutes you with the knife and then disappears into the shadows just as fast.
Well, did anyone else think that looked a whole lot like my...
Yes.
You
Yes,
met
it
her.
did.
The older version of her, obviously. This one is... I don't even know if I remember her this young.
If you remember a childhood with Allegra, and considering your access to her memories, this would have been right around when she was 14 or 15.
I think Kiri is sort of taken aback. Well, that explains the games. What is she doing here? And what is this? Did she create this construct? What is this version of her living here? Is it her at all?
It could be just the house. Just like you said.
Yes, but this, and I think Kiri pulls the eye out of her pocket. Like, this is real. Isn't it?
You're holding this glimmering magical piece of canvas in your hand.
Everything's real here. We're in the house.
Allegra has always been extremely proficient in the noosphere. Now, I don't know that that's what this is or where this is, but I would hazard a guess that maybe the accidental space has something to do with the noosphere, or that they operate on similar principles. I don't know, I haven't studied it enough, but I know she's very proficient when she does that. It's her space, her mind palace, her...
I don't think we can find any answers standing here. We have to keep going.
But Gav, don't you see? Playing her game. That's what I said, the battlefield...
Are we playing her game? Are we playing the house's game? We're playing somebody's game. We might as well play. If we just stand on the board, we're not doing anything.
I suppose that might be the only way to answers. But
Maurice, pick a door.
Oh, what? Everything's all right out there? I want to tell you about our gunshot.
It's just my sister. Don't worry about it.
Maree says, I have an idea. And he's kind of holding the brick in his hand. Is there anything special about this brick? Does it seem, is the brick itself still ethereal? Or smudged in that way?
Now that it has been removed, it's very much just kind of a brick. It's just very tangible. It's very corporeal, but it is just a brick so far.
So Maurice starts describing what just happened. You know, we shot there. This came out, and we saw these. You said they were like metal pipes,
Cables.
And he tosses the brick and says, "If I've ever seen anything, in any story, it says you gotta cut these cables. And he goes over to the amber door that is slightly ajar, kicks it shut, and puts the brick at the bottom, and then walks back over to the thing and says, "Now, Okris, if you want to take another shot at Fortinbras, I'm gonna stand over here. But I think we could, I don't know, just rip this apart, sever these in some more mundane way."
Based on information that I just have, I have a spell that I didn't know that I had because this is Twig's spell. And I think this is going to be the first time you've seen Okris cast this. Specifically, the spell is My Body is a Weapon. And I create a weapon that can be wielded with one hand from my own blood, adding 1 vex to my physicality pool. This weapon shimmers with sanguine liquidity and is hot to the touch, but harder than steel. It disappears when it leaves my hand, or I sheath it back into my bloodstream. The vex, however, remains. So this is a green spell, and I will crank that up to a... Here's a question. Since we've combined our bullshit, can I make this a medium weapon?
Sure, absolutely. What shape does this take?
Okris is not great. I don't think Okris isn't great with. They're not creative. They find a thing that works and then they stick with it until they find. Or well, that's not true. They're a consummate professional, and if they find something that works, they're not going to change it until they find a better option. And there's very few things that are better at destroying a solid object than applied massive kinetic force.
Okay.
So I think this is a sledgehammer made out of blood.
Okay. You form the sledgehammer to once again take the stead of your trusty actual awakened sledgehammer that you lost fighting Kesh. However...
I am going to put an extra 6 bene into this.
Okay. That is one hell of a sledgehammer. So tell me what it is you're trying to do.
So this is going to be a level 10 weapon. I do an additional 6 points of damage with it.
Okay.
I do an addition, and because it's a spell, I guess I do an additional 3 points of damage with it. So it's a lot of damage.
Okay.
And so it's a medium weapon, so I'm starting at level 10 and then adding 4 to that. Do I need to roll?
I do not think so. That's 14.
That's a starting value of 14. Yeah.
Okay. Well, roll for the sake of
house.
It. Yeah, for the house.
No card pull, which fucking feels weird.
Roll for your standard die and then roll for the house.
Okay.
And actually add a magic die because you have created a magical weapon, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So
Great.
Two house dice.
So I'm rolling 4 dice. Cool. Sure, nothing could go bad there.
I believe in you.
Well, technically speaking, I have a 17 and a 16 on. However, one of those dice on the house dice is higher than the other ones. One of them is a 4.
Okay. So in that case,
we just want the house. You only care if the house die is higher than what you rolled, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I rolled a 3 and a 2.
Oh, but a house die is 4. Okay.
You get again. I think at this point, you hear that footstep. As I think there is just a repressive. I think actually what you see is the light in the room that you are watching, Kiri, starts receding as if it is being devoured. and the darkness is moving closer and closer to you. As the house acts when you bludgeon this column. So let me ask you, what is your goal with this attack?
To break it.
Okay.
To shatter the way it's basically to break it as efficiently as one can break something.
I am going to give you, there is, as you are bringing forward the sledge to connect, I'm going to give you one last second. As a reflex, I need you to make me a perception roll.
Cool. I'm going to put some bene into that. I'm going to spend all 3 of my perception. Or I'll spend 2 perception on that.
Meanwhile, that darkness is beginning to creep closer and closer to where you are standing, Kiri. You are staying steadfast?
I think, yes, up until the point that it's like the darkness is coming so quick. Like, if the darkness is coming, like, within feet, I think she will yank the door shut. But I think she doesn't. This is like a game of chicken. And especially if she perceives that this manifestation of the house is taking the guise of her sister in a younger form, Allegra is not the person she concedes to.
Yeah.
So I think she's like, yeah, no, bring your darkness, and literally until the last possible second, we'll keep the door open.
You close the door, it dissolves into the wall in front of you, leaving nothing but brick in front, but you manage to close it in time for the darkness to, before the darkness could intercede into this room. How did you do, Hopper?
Question is, if the house dice is the same as the same numbers that you rolled, is that bad?
It's not higher. You're good.
Okay. It is just higher. Okay. So that is a total of 8 for the perception.
I will say, with an 8, you realize as you are kind of carrying forward the momentum, those cables behind the exposed brick are elevator cables. Do you still want to finish the swing?
Yeah.
Okay. You club through the column, and you hear the sound of cables snapping, and you hear and a massive impact from some distance below you reverberates up what had previously been, you realize, a hidden elevator shaft.
Cool. Where did it sound like that shaft was?
It was in the corner, kind of hidden. Kiri, as you step in, you realize you kind of look over to the corner from the sound of the commotion, and you can see that same gauzy looking kind of column that is now in ruins.
So we smashed the hidden column because...
Cables.
Which did...
Cables!
Cables!
Well,
Good for us.
I'm not opposed. If this really is a elegantly structured Allegra game, I'm not opposed to breaking it. That's not the language she speaks.
I'm not sure this is your sister so much as the house is making you think it's your sister.
But
I have to agree with Gav on this score. This is not Allegra's doing. Allegra was here, I think. That's about all I can say.
But if Allegra was here, maybe she helped it. Maybe this is all her design. It does seem like her. It seems like something she would do.
And if the house is as dangerous as we've all been aware of, then it is doing a remarkable job making you think that it's not doing anything at all.
Hypothesis. Allegra has made this into a trap for you, Kiri. How much taunting would she do?
Taunting? A lot of taunting.
You think?
I mean...
Wouldn't it she be...
intellectual taunting? It's hard to explain. She would put a lot of different puzzle boxes in front of me, and then she would see if I could solve them. And if I could solve them, it actually wouldn't get me anywhere. It would just lead me to the next puzzle, and then I would never actually make any progress and get frustrated, and then she would win because I would get exhausted or emotional, and then she would say she had more sort of resilience than I did. It's hard to explain, but
No, I think I get it. I mean, if she knew that revealing herself would throw you off your game, then yeah, that's a good move.
I mean, I don't think I'm thrown off. I think I just think if it is Allegra, that means I know more about what we're facing and how she fights and what she thinks. And
Which is exactly why I don't think it's Allegra. She wouldn't give you that information for free.
What is that?
you do have a point. She does like control over information. But at the same time, Maree, she likes to weaponize information. The information she gives is strategic and targeted. And it's meant to make you think a certain thing while something else you aren't seeing happens. It's a classic chess move.
Well, to bring this back to this room, what we couldn't see was this apparently an elevator. Can I explore the corner of where this shaft was? Like, why couldn't we see that there was an elevator shaft here? Was that obscured? Was it invisible?
You may make me a magical lore roll, or you
Okay,
can,
I'm not even just using my peepers. Alright.
well, the thing that is really off-putting to you is you feel. I think you and Okris. Actually, that's right, Okris. You wouldn't have even seen the cables. Sorry, I realize now. You wouldn't have even seen the cables. In this case, yeah, as you feel like what remains of this column. Make me a magical lore, or you can kind of, cast anything, whatever you need to do.
I'll just do a magical lore. All right.
And don't forget to roll a.
Yeah, I rolled for the house. It's a tie, so we're safe. That's an 8 all day.
Okay. You realize that. I think that the reason that. You know for a fact that the reason that Gabrielle can see the column is because the seed kind of allows her to see things that are hidden or are illusory. However, the fact that you cannot see means that you do not have whatever kind of faculty or whatever kind of gift or arcane device would allow you and permit you to do that. However, Kiri can also see the remains of the column. Because, Kiri, correct me if I'm wrong, you are the one that has the piece of the canvas?
Yes.
Yeah.
With an eye on it. That's cool. That's cool. So, yeah, Maurice is kind of pointing out where this column... And the column... Can you feel the column is completely shattered?
You can absolutely feel just like piles of bricks and dust coming away off of your hand. As you pull them away from where the column was, you can just see your dirty hands.
And I was feeling, and so we heard that there was some sort of a elevator shaft somewhere.
Yeah, you heard.
Maurice is feeling along the wall then.
Absolutely. As you kind of feel along the wall, the only thing that you realize as you take some time to investigate this room, the only thing that felt hidden in this part of the room was that column.
Any ideas? I think wherever this elevator went is kind of where I want to go. I see 3 doors I'm maybe supposed to take, and one that's hidden. I'm going to take the hidden one every time.
Same.
I agree. I think that's more likely to get us answers than playing the game as designed.
How do you know?
I can't see shit. Can you guys help me out?
It's over here, and I think Kiri will sort of point to the, at least like
Looking
crumbled
for?
wreckage.
Well, so there was a column which held cables which were snapped, and some sort of elevator has crashed. I'm looking for the entrance to that. I'm looking for the shaft.
Okay, can I see it?
Yeah, absolutely. You can see now that there is a hole through this shaft. There is kind of like whatever kind of column was kind of supporting it. There is a massive kind of break in this place. And you could ostensibly try to climb up it. You do not know if the cable kind of came down with the shaft. You would have to scale everything
Okay.
in order to do it.
Hey, Zach, do all 3 doors go down?
You'd have to look in and check them to see.
Okay.
What do you do?
Felt likely.
So Maree's kind of playing telephone, figuring out what's going on. So it does go up and down.
Mm-hmm.
Where do we
We're all
want to
kind
go?
of figuring this out together here.
It feels like they're almost certainly all going to go down because there's 3 doors. And as we all know,
I'm gonna turn off. I'm gonna block you.
Don't say
I'm gonna turn it off and block you and find you
me?
and
Kryptonite!
my God.
I'm perfect.
on
I've
air.
never done anything wrong in my entire life.
Yeah.
Hey, get in the chat. Tell Bill that he's wrong.
You have an inculpable aura up.
I do have an inculpable
Clearly.
aura up.
All right. You have
Yeah, Bill, you have to roll to figure out what I did, actually.
Maree says, I don't have an idea of what direction's best. I think if we broke the elevator, maybe up is good, but I'm just kind of going off of vibes.
One is better than the other. I don't see how we can know.
Anything, like, for those of us who can see sort of where the elevator was there like a button or something like that was sort of destroyed in part of this that would have indications of like up, down, or both?
Make me I will give you, this is a magical lore roll. And once again, make sure that you roll your house die. But there's something about this picture as you're looking at it that seems off. So give me a roll.
Okay.
And this would be an intellect roll.
Yeah, I got intellect Bene for days, so we will absolutely pump that in.
Okay.
And a house die. All right, that is a tie on the house and the
Woo-hoo-hoo.
normal, but meets does not beat, so we're good. A 9.
Okay. So the thing that you realize as you are looking at this kind of like column is that your perception of this feels incomplete. As you kind of reflexively feel the canvas in your hand, it kind of shimmers almost with a similar quality as to what kind of like shimmering kind of magical gauze covers the remains of the column. You realize that the magic that is contained in this is incomplete, maybe because you don't have both eyes.
Yeah, I think Kiri will relay that to everyone else. There's more here we're not seeing. And I don't know that even the seed of truth, she looks at Gav, can compensate for that if the house doesn't want it to.
I mean, you have a seed of truth as well that you can ask.
I don't know if it's recharged yet, actually, for me to ask the questions. I can see things, but
I was talking to Kiri.
Kiri
Oh.
has a seed of inner truth that she doesn't like to talk to because she doesn't believe in therapy.
Realer words never said.
She doesn't like a whole lot of interior emotional interrogation.
It's like a 60s wasp all over again.
Yeah. But I just think of like Scarlett O'Hara in Gone with the Wind. We'll deal with that tomorrow. We won't think about that right now.
We're gonna put that with the rest of the fire.
Yeah, over there. Begrudgingly, I think there's been enough sort of Allegra memorabilia, paraphernalia going on here that Kiri sort of took what the others had to say to heart here, at least about like having some healthy skepticism that like maybe this is Allegra's Allegra is connected to this somehow, but maybe it also is the house. And so that is, I think, her impetus here to contact her seed of inner truth and be like, hey, buddy.
Okay. What are you asking? There, you feel that presence awakening inside of you.
I want to hear your whole inner dialogue as a treat.
Yeah. I think Kiri. Hello.
Greetings.
Hello. Are you in there? Whatever you are.
I am.
Great. Wonderful. Perfect. Exactly the answer I was hoping for. Nice to see you, I guess. I'm not even seeing you.
Was that
a
your question?
Conversation. No, I don't use my questions that way. I'm usually very judicious about my questions. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'm just trying to ascertain here if, there's a part of me that thinks that what is happening out there has something to do with my sister. It seems like it very well could. This is all sort of her brand of battlefield control, make the game, here's 3 doors, isn't this fun, Kiri, while I do some chess move you don't expect, and then you lord it over me for the rest of eternity because I didn't see your little backhanded checkmate. It all sort of reeks of that, but at the same time, am I overreacting to some sort of internal hang-up I have about that from my past or something?
Well,
I don't know. You tell me. You're the seed of inner truth.
Well, what does your instinct tell you?
That's why I'm asking you. I don't have instinct. You're supposed to do that for me, aren't you?
I think I am meant to clarify, perhaps to help you with knowledge that you already kind of know. And I think you realize that this does not smack of Allegra's style slightly. I think there are vestiges, reflections of it, constructions, shards.
Oh, I see. So you agree with them. You think I've been duped, which is something Allegra would do, mind you. She would dupe me. She would want me to think that it was her. It could be a double bluff.
I don't think that you have been duped. I just think that there is a side of this equation that you are not seeing. I think that the house... I think that Allegra did enter the house. I think that whatever she faced there was probably too much. It has absorbed or eaten a part of her. And now it is using those parts of her against you. I mean, I'm using those parts against you.
Wait, am I talking to the house? Hey there. Hi. I'm so glad we've opened this dialogue.
And then nothing.
Delightful. Kiri throws up her hands. Well, that's useless.
Hey, Zach, that sucked.
That was
You're
great.
incredible.
Thank you so much. Delightful. Wow. Okay, no, the effect of this is Kiri 100% now does believe the opposite of the thing the house just told her. She does think that Allegra has absolutely everything to do with this.
Okay.
I think... Where is Kiri in adjacency to everyone else?
I think Kiri was standing by the elevator area where she was trying to sort of figure out, is there like a clear up or down here?
Still invisible?
Yes.
So there is a clear, I think if you try to poke your head through this kind of illusory wall, you will see that there are paths shrouded in complete darkness going up and going down. There is probably just enough room for Maurice to squeeze through, but all of you are going to have a tough time like scaling because it is just brick wall unless you have a magical means of transposing yourselves or levitating.
Okris, I think, kind of sidles up next to Kiri and just kind of uses the head of the sledgehammer, just kind of casually pokes at the perimeter of where this hidden elevator shaft is.
A brick falls down this empty shaft, and you do not hear it land.
That's good to know. Curiel, have you considered that you are not necessarily a reflection or a produced outcome of your sister?
I mean, I'm my own person, if that's what you mean. I mean, sure, she shaped me. Sure, she has had a lot of influence on my life. Sure, I've had to always prove myself, and she's been some sort of unachievable objective I've measured myself against as long as I've known her. So have I considered that? Oh, Chris, yes, I think maybe I have, but also I don't know that I consider myself the same kind of thing that Allegra is.
You speak like you're her shadow.
Because she's my sister and I grew up in hers.
No, you speak like you're her shadow. Like what
Oh, Chris,
she
what are you even
does
trying
now.
to say?
Shut up, Maurice.
No, I'm serious. Get to the point.
You talk like she defines who you are now.
But she doesn't any more than I don't know. Does Twig define who you are by negative space, Chris?
No.
Do we wish to really get involved in this right now?
Yeah, how does this help us decide whether we go up or down?
We can't stay here. The longer we remain standing stuck here, the more our chances of being trapped here forever. And I have an appointment with the Vespertine to keep.
I think sometimes there's treasure in the dungeon, which is below. I also think headquarters are at the top. I'm kind of thinking it could be either.
This creature is alive, and it knows whether or not we're going up, down, or diagonally.
I'm just saying, if it is our final destination, up or down, it could be
I have
either.
no
Looking for
idea.
input. I love this therapy session, but it's not what we need to talk about right now.
Well, because I'm my own person, I think Curie will cast Wadi's Weightlessness, which is a level 4 spell +1 die. You or a roughly human-sized target you touch are weightless and immune to gravity for the duration of the spell.
Oh,
Very
that's
quick
fun.
to cast, does not use an action. I think suddenly Curie is going up, everyone.
Okay.
Not that we can see.
No.
Well, we'd have to go into like either the elevator shaft or one of the doors.
Yeah, I think she is going into the elevator shaft.
Okay.
And you can hear her voice, like, I guess in terms of like echolocation, like it is getting further away and seems to be ascending.
Okay.
I've got a ride. Anyone else want to? Or you guys got your own stuff?
Well, I haven't learned to fly in the last several minutes, so
I whistle through my teeth and I go, carpet! And I call creature from Story and I call carpet from Aladdin.
Okay. You may certainly cast that spell, spend the sorcery,
I do.
and then yeah.
cast lawsuit from Disney.
The fuck did you just cast?
Sorry, I think we mean Tarpit from Nanadin.
Hey, you little piece of shit! What are you doing? Using copyrighted material in your little,
I
fucking
summon
film.
I'm sorry.
Howley from South Park.
I'm sorry. I know Legends of Avantris made this joke, but it's a good one. Okay, so you are going to ascend up this elevator shaft that you cannot see, but you are trying to follow Kiri as she ascends.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, Okris, you have no way of kind of seeing this until unless you're kind of following suit. You have a plan for what you're going to do.
Yeah, spitefully. Um, it's just bricks, right?
Yeah.
I'd like to um kind of basically using the back end of the war sledge and raw fucking physicality and would you allow me to abuse my forte ability uh mm, leech reality to basically punch handholds in the side of the elevator wall?
Absolutely.
I'd like to very spitefully not take our walking copyright infringement, or sorry, our flying
Screw
copyright
that. I want to
infringement.
ride on the copyright infringement.
I'm sorry. I turned tales into reality. I am your IP nightmare.
Just, hey, what? Nice to meet you. I'm Bill Heidrich, IP Nightmare.
That's another forte.
Turns intellectual property into nightmares.
Please,
yes.
the patent attorney was my father.
I mean, lest we forget Allegra's whole like forte, capstone forte ability was called All Rights Reserved.
That's true.
She was a copyright lawyer pretty much. So very fitting.
Amazing. So I think that what you are doing in this case is, Okris, you are the only one that's actually ascending by climbing. So I am going to need you to make me a physicality roll.
Oh no,
do
I'm
not
not good at that.
Do not forget to add your house die, or to roll it rather.
So I guess can I treat it as using my forte ability?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So we're gonna start with forte. Um, leech reality. 3 plus 1 dice, another 4 fucking dice. Color red, so it's gonna be an extra 2. 5. I'll put 3 bene into this.
Okay.
3 physicality bene in addition to the 3 I'm paying to activate the spell.
Okay.
For a total of 6. So I'm gonna have a total of 3 plus 3. So 6 on the dice.
Okay.
No, 7 on the dice.
Seven.
Plus 7 on the dice.
Okay. Plus 7 on the dice.
That is on our... Okay, I have 1 house dice higher than my other rolls. It is a 2 10s. On my regular dice, 1 house dice is higher than the others.
Okay. In which case, what I am going to ask you to do is, we'll get to that. But essentially, as you are ascending the shaft, all of you guys encounter a kind of opening through which you realize is kind of like a metal grating that has been slid in front of a doorway. And as I think, Kiri, you ascend, you realize that you are looking out into a great hall that is obscured by this kind of metal grating. Kind of the way you would slide shut a metal door in an older elevator style, like a service elevator. You realize that in front of you, you realize that you see beyond that a great hall. There is more, you realize, light at the top of this shaft that you can see, but otherwise you can also decide to exit or at least to try to break through here.
I think Kiri calls down to the others. There's a great hall of sorts. I'm going to keep going up and see how high this thing goes. And so I think she's going to continue ascending, but has now noted that, like, this is there.
Okay. And as you guys continue to ascend, you realize, I think, Gabrielle, you can also see this kind of vision through the grated steel. I think with your natural kind of perception, you also see a figure kind of moving rhythmically some distance from the opening of the grating. And you just hear a from some distance away. I will say, however, Okris and Maurice, you do not see a light in the shaft. In point of fact, Okris, where are you relative to everybody?
Would you say a 10 was a good roll for what I was doing, or 2 10s?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I think Okris is making unnervingly good time.
Mm-hmm. Are you
like you're flying on a carpet, and Okris is basically you hear the punch into brick, slam of the hammer, punch into brick, slam of the hammer. Kind of, if this was a horror movie, it would be upsetting.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, I would say pretty close on Maurice's coattails.
Okay.
Or whatever the fuck it is that you're wearing.
Okay, so you are bringing up the rear then.
I think by literal spatial reasoning, yes.
And that is when you feel the house act. As a pair of childlike hands seem to glom onto your chest and grab onto you and touch you and say, "Ooh, I like this spell. It's mine now." And
can I react?
You may certainly try. I need you to make a withstand roll. So this is going to be a difficulty 13. You are going to need to hit it twice.
Oh, gross. Okay. So if I'm just going straight to withstand roll, then we are going to I've got 1 in withstand, so does the divine ability, that's forte abilities, elevate spells. With regular skill rolls, can I just add, I don't know that any of the elevate spells or divine abilities directly apply to this.
I think divine ability allows you to spend bene from your, like, up to 9 bene for from one of your
forte
pools.
Abilities.
From
though.
your forte's abilities, huh?
Yeah, I might have copied that over poorly though.
Well, in that case, what I will say is you have counter spell up, right? As a apostate.
As an apostate, I just have that. I could juice that so hard.
I will say, as I think you have 2 or 3 right now.
I have a level 3 of counter spell, basically permanently active.
Okay, so in that case, you have 4 to start. You can juice that with divine ability. I will rule for this.
Also, strictly speaking, I have my armor up, if that matters.
We'll see.
Okay, if I can juice that with divine ability, this feels like really bad. So I'm just gonna dump. You said I have to hit 13s.
Mm-hmm. You have to hit 2 13s, but if you spend all of that those benes to get up to 13, you will automatically succeed. However, you will still need to roll.
I'll still need to roll, so I might as well spend 9.
Okay.
Just to functionally auto succeed. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna spend that.
Okay.
So I'm still rolling, which is order apostate, counterspell. It just says a fucking. As an action, we have this level. Okay. It is just a straight roll, so house dice and regular dice.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, guess what, gang? You know how the worst you can possibly roll is?
Uh-oh.
Not quite a 0, but I did get double 1s, which was very unnerving until I remembered that I just used it so I can't fail. So they're both 1. So the house does not win. Fuck you. And second off, I do succeed.
Okay.
Did it cost me 9 fucking sorcery bene? Maybe.
Yeah. So the thing that you realized that you just managed to ward off is something, Okris, that you have seen Allegra do in combat against rival sorcerers. Is she will counter a spell and she will steal it. And then that person will never be able to cast it again until she releases it to steal another spell. Usually that person is dead by the time she does that. So what you realize is she is trying to rob you of magical ability that is absolutely critical to you in this moment, because you would start losing your grip on the elevator shaft. So you muscle it off, and you, I think, reflexively slam her form into the side of the elevator shaft walls, feeling a slight form crunch against brick, and then you hear the sliding of a knife being ground against the brick wall as it slides down through the shaft.
Can I grab her and rip her out of the wall?
She is not in the wall. She is falling off of you.
Oh, cool. I'll just grab her by the throat then, if that's cool.
You may certainly try.
To be clear, I'm not really trying to actually physically attack her. That's more about the vibes. I am planning on using where are you? Dark noise. +1 dice, red, by creating basically Okris starts to vibrate in an upsetting and horrifying and nauseating and reality degrading way. Yeah, that's probably bad for me. Don't worry about it, Zach. By creating a resonating, almost imperceptible sound, I poison all ears of all within a short diameter that is within very long range. I'm doing it near me. Those in the area suffer 3 points of damage each round and begin to lose all coordination. For PCs, their movement pools gain 1 scourge. So, basically, like, I'm trying to do this at her. Will this affect me, actually? Because I can do a different thing.
Well, would it affect us? Because you said you were right on our coattails.
I believe, well, I'm assuming that I'm no longer on your coattails since I'm currently grappling with a house beast.
So I will tell you this, which is, if you want to, you can make this roll, and to guarantee that it will not hurt you, hurt your friends, or yourself for that matter, you can call on the house for aid.
What does that look like?
It means you get a second doom.
That feels bad, actually. You
Well,
know what?
there's another reason I'm asking how close you actually are while you're grappling, because I might be able to help you.
Yeah, that feels really bad. I assume like close, but not that close.
How do you?
But I'll allow. I hadn't, because we're doing theater of the mind. You could also, I guess, just turn around to help.
Okay.
What's the move?
Well, I do need to know the distance via the.
Yeah,
GM.
I can't make that decision. That's a Zach decision.
Okay. I'm just gonna say, I want you to. I think that the thing about this is it is gonna affect everybody close to you unless you make this trade. That is how that's gonna work.
Oh, it's probably better just to punch her in the face then, relatively speaking.
Yeah, absolutely. You may certainly try.
Cool. I'm just gonna do something much dumber, which is barrage a pile of books, or like a pile of, sorry, I think Twig still has a pile of batteries in their pockets.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm just gonna barrage a pile of batteries straight to her face.
Okay. You may certainly try.
Oh my god, I have to do math now though. So it's +1 dice, it's red, so it goes up to level 3. I have my red thing active, so
You're gonna have to hit 13 twice.
red thumb gives me the level 3 Forte. I might be hitting 13. I might be very close to that no matter what. All red spells and abilities deal additional 2 damage. So that's 2 additional damage plus 2 levels right now. Lethal lore. That's currently plus 3, so plus 5 damage. Order apostate. Combative caster plus 4 damage. So it's 9, 13 damage. And Telestic Strike, 15 damage. I'm trying to figure out how many actual bonuses I have to actually hitting. I think I only have 3. So we're just going to juice the fuck out of it.
Okay.
So it'll be so much fucking damage if it hits. But let's see here. We're going to be using Physicality Bene for a sweet... What do I need to hit?
13 twice.
Ugh. So I guess another 9.
Do you have that much to spend?
I can use blood is power. I can use my physicality. I have 10 remaining physicality and 5 remaining sorcery.
Okay.
Because fuck you, that's why. Rolling 4 dice. That's the big risk here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that... I auto-succeed on my rolls, but I have 1 house dice higher than the other.
Okay. You get the sense that as you unload into this thing, it dazes this figure, and she goes limp in your arms, but there is a glimmer of a smile, and you realize that whatever you are doing is buying you time at best. And that is when all above you, the house acts, and you hear the whir of an elevator.
Oh, God.
As it begins to descend on your position.
Well, luckily we saw a room.
Yeah. So I will say at this point, all of you, I think at this point, if you want to, seeing this kind of descending, you watch this form as I assume you let it go. Okris?
No.
Okay.
I think it's battery blast straight to the face, and then Okris is going to...
Are you going to drag her through the wall?
It feels like that might be the move.
Okay. Let's do it.
Or can I... How far are we from the doorway?
You guys, I will say, as you are ascending, you have split seconds before this thing, this elevator moves from whatever that point of light is that you are next to. Kiri, I will say that you probably have a few 10 seconds, 5-10 seconds before this thing begins descending to that level. And you may exit if you are quick.
I'd like to hurl her up and through the door.
Okay. I won't even make you roll through this. Her frail body crashes through these metal grating as you've thrown her with enough force.
Well, now I feel bad about it.
You should.
Well, don't feel too bad, because
I might still get hit by an elevator. Fuck you.
I mean, there's that.
Mm-hmm.
But like, Maurice, I think we're gonna immediately swerve into this room.
Yeah, now that the metal grate's gone, it's a very leisurely exit.
Yeah, and Kiri will try the course of action that makes her not get hit by an elevator.
Absolutely. And as all of you pile into this great hall, you see 2-3 figures, you realize, one of whom is moving rhythmically but is clad in a black suit with a black shirt and an onyx glimmering mask that you realize looks like that person's face or their death mask, as they seem to be kind of moving rhythmically to music that only they can hear, and are humming to themselves. And that is when you hear the voice kind of you see the onyx mask turn to all of you, and the humming stops, at which point he says, "Well, welcome guests to the party. We're so glad you could make it. Looks like somebody's already had a little too much." And that is where we're going to break.
All right.
Didn't know we would be seeing Roman Sionis as our second copyright violation.
Yeah, absolutely. So guys, we're going to take our 10-minute break. So please do a bio break, do whatever you guys need to do, grab something to eat, go get a drink, but come back in 10 minutes where we will see the second part of our second episode inside the Darkest House. Welcome back, everybody, to The Hole in the World. Once again, I am your host, /GM, Zach, otherwise known as Great Zamino, and we're going to pick up right where we left off. You guys, hold on. Yeah. You guys have found yourselves inside a large, great hall. And like every part of the house that you have seen thus far, it is relatively dark and shrouded, and gray and kind of muted in tone and color, however, what is most interesting about this is it's how sparsely but yet tastefully furnished this room is. And at the other end of this kind of large hall, on which there are two sets of spiral staircases that kind of lead up into side rooms around it. There is, at the opposite end on the ground floor, a massive fireplace in an Art Deco kind of almost adjacent style, and a fire is roaring from it. But standing in front of this, and in front of a large kind of massive table that you realize would be kind of appropriate for greeting people, or kind of ushering them in, or hosting any number of implements or objects, is a figure that I've already described, a man in a black suit with a perfect onyx mask covering his features, and on top of that, under that suit is a black turtleneck, and he is flanked on either side by these kind of crouching, ragged, disheveled looking figures who appear to be wearing animal masks, and he has addressed all of you and greeted you as such. "Oh, welcome to the party. Can we get you anything? We're so glad you made it."
Hi, my name is Maree. I'm looking for the Seed of Truth. We don't want to impose. We'll be on our way as soon as we get it.
Oh, well, pleasure to meet you, Maree. I'm the host. I'm so grateful that you introduced yourself.
And do I just call you the host?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, the host, can you help me with the seed? We don't need any refreshments or anything. Are you guys good? I'm good. I don't need anything but the Seed of Truth.
Well, I'll have to be honest. I haven't really heard of a Seed of Truth, but at the same time, that sounds like something the curator might know about. But did you come from below, or did you come from above?
Oh, we came from below. Do we need to go above?
No, did you already visit the curator? If I don't take it, you're art aficionados then.
Oh, no, we must have gotten turned around. Didn't get any sort of a map or guide for this place. Maybe you can help us with that?
I'm happy to help. I can direct you. I can let you know a little bit about what's cooking. But God, isn't this a great song?
I don't trust this person.
You hear nothing. It is completely dead silent. And all you hear is the ragged breathing of the two crouching figures next to him. But yeah, no.
No.
Quick point of order. Is the person that I yeeted up here with us still there?
You are still holding on to her, I'm assuming.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I think at this point he just looks, again, he kind of said, We have plenty of chairs. We have some side rooms. If you want to lay your friend down, seems like she's probably had a little bit too much. And I'll be honest, she's a little bit young for this party.
We're not going to be staying very long. If you think the curator can better help us, why don't you direct us to where they are?
Well, I mean, if you're coming from down, they're behind the giant doors. They make a big ceremony out of it. But I really love their selection. It's a really neat gallery. That said, yeah, we're happy to direct you however I can. You can take the long way, some stairs, or, what was it? I assume you can just go back. Hold on. I love this song.
Sorry to intrude. What is upstairs?
Upstairs. Well, we have the ballroom over, and he gestures to a great set of doors that kind of just again kind of let out over on one side. And he says, well, we have the ballroom, and then that'll take you a little bit up into the sisters' wing, at which point you'll get a... I'll tell you also, if you take the elevator up, you'll find yourself in the music room. And let me just tell you, we have some fine aficionados practicing up there. I'm happy to... I was going to say, and if you need a rest, there's also the library downstairs, but don't let Father find you there. Let me just tell you.
See, and Father, not your father, I presume.
No, Father.
The Father.
Do I get the sense that this is... I don't know if my seed allows me to see through this, because I know the house itself is alive.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm wondering, I guess the question is, do I think this is a unique entity that lives in this weird house ecosystem, or is this an extension of the house in this room?
I will say that you're going to need to make me a this is either an interaction or a perception roll.
I will give you a perception. How's that?
Okay. I think you're just going to need a 10 for this one.
All right, I'll juice it with a bene.
Just a 10.
I can
Listen,
spare you a
I can
sortilege
get
if
that.
you want to roll another die. Of course.
Oh,
it would.
yes.
It would risk another house die, but
You know what? I'm going to take it.
all right, cool.
All right.
Gotcha.
Trust no bitch in this house.
Every second this guy keeps talking, I come closer to cracking open this can of Four Locos. Zach.
Absolutely.
Please be aware of that.
That was so worth it. That was so worth it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Woohoo! So 2 3s on the house dice, but I only unfortunately got. Wait. Yeah, that's a 7.
Okay. So you got a 7 and you spent enough to get to a 10.
And we'll
or is it
be
a 7
right back.
total?
Uh-oh.
Oh, sorry, Zach. You cut off real quick.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Now we can, yes.
Okay, cool.
It was you've got a 7, and then this face.
So you so you got a 7. Did you spend up to get a 10? Is that what I heard?
I can't do that. I don't think I can only spend 1 bene.
Okay, that's fair. Perfect. Okay,
I
that's
don't
all.
possess. I know you guys can spend multiple benes. I've honestly been very confused about how that works.
You need a secret which you shall reveal in time.
Okay.
But that said, basically, I'll say with a 7, you get the sense that one. So far, if something is a part of the house, it seems like it has been trying to attack you or to hurt you or to manipulate you in some way. I think that you get the sense that this guy is probably part of the house, but is also kind of his own thing. Like maybe there is a little bit more of him left than there is of the house has kind of taken.
Got it.
But he's just kind of again kind of dancing around, but just like, yeah, whatever you need to know, I'm happy to help. I am the host. I'm here to assist in whatever way I can.
Hey, have you seen anyone else come through here recently?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Did you talk to any of those people?
Oh, absolutely. I met someone, a young woman, actually reminds me of you, young lady. And he points over at Kiri and says, I swear you could have been twins. Although, that said, she seemed like she was in a bit of a rush. Her accompaniment. Ugh, I didn't care for him one iota. He was very brusque, and someone by the name of... So...
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, no, I just, it was all business, no play, and honestly, this is a nice place. It's a nice spot. It's a great party. You should be able to afford to take some time for yourself.
Where did they want to go?
Well, they wanted to find, I believe, they wanted to go to the basement. You do not want to go there.
Why did they want to go to the basement? Did they tell you?
Well, they wanted to speak to the man in charge, and I kept on trying to tell them this is not that kind of place, but, well, there's no stopping some people. Let's just say you don't want to go to the basement.
I'd love for you to tell me more about the basement.
Wait, isn't this song just like, yeah, this is it. This is my hit. And I need all of you guys to make a withstand roll as suddenly your senses hear the absent party dialed up to 20.
Yikes.
Question, Zach.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's really relevant. I have the secret Master of Sound.
Uh-huh.
It does say explicitly, sound is your ally.
Mm-hmm.
Any spell, it's specifically the mechanical effects or any spell with a sound facet costs 1 less sorcery to cast.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm just gonna put out the sound is your ally out into the world. Because that feels like the kind of bullshit that might be relevant here.
Yeah, I think that you get the sense that you can kind of pull it down to a level at which you can withstand it and kind of endure it. But at the same time, your allies are struggling. All of you guys make that roll.
Okay. And the house die too with that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You are trying to get a 7.
Ooh, it's an 8 on the dice. And, that's a 9 on the house dice.
I just pulled up the image to this thing that you put in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to that party.
Yeah, absolutely. It's, how did you, the other two of you guys do?
I got a 9.
Okay. Excellent. And, Kiri?
7.
Okay. All of you managed to kind of block out the tunes and the commotion and the utter kind of craziness of this party. As quickly as it arrives in your ears, it vanishes and leaves just as quickly, at which point the host looks back at you guys and say, man, I love this place. There's just something about it. And the house acts. But in this case, we will resolve that later.
Uh-oh. Don't like that.
Oh, I don't like that.
I have defensively opened a can of Four Locos.
But yeah, it just looks and says, yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I can direct you anywhere you want to go. You can find some stairs past the ballroom, but at the same time, and
So tell me, what's in the basement?
well, the basement. That's where the Guardian is. That's where the cell is. And you don't want to mess with the Guardian. You certainly don't want to open the cell.
I'd love for you to tell me all the reasons why.
Well, I wish I could tell you, but it's a bit above my pay grade.
As in you don't know, or you just don't want to tell?
I honestly don't know.
How do you know that you don't want to open the cell if you don't know why?
Do you ever just feel an instinct deep in your bones that you might be, well, erased from reality?
No.
I get it every morning, and let me just tell you, it's hard to deal with. But I just drink my cup of coffee, I have a little bit of whiskey on the rocks, and I listen to some fine tunes, and here I am, able to make it through the day.
That's something about a library and a father?
Yeah, absolutely. Library. I was going to say, it came from, it's the spot that I think you guys said you just kind of left.
With the doors?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Which of the doors leads to the father and the library?
Oh, well, I think, let me get my cardinal directions straight. It's to the left of the gallery.
And the gallery is with the curator, you said. Is that, and I think Curie will produce the like slip with the Allegra eye on it. Is that, do they do this here?
Uh,
There?
oh, that's a nice little piece. I bet the curator would be very interested in that. Seems like it's something he'd be into.
Well, if there's any place for a piece of art, it sounds like with someone called the curator. And then you said something about a sister's wing.
Yeah. There's some. Well, you try not to. I mean, honestly, you don't want to disturb her up there. And oh, that's who you are. And you see, the sister has now stood up from where you had kind of deposited her, and she is now gripping your hand, Okris.
Okris squeezes harder.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not going to play that game.
All right. At which point, she is going to attempt to break away from you. You may make me a physicality roll in opposition to her.
May I cast a spell?
You may certainly do so.
Cool. I'd like to use Myrmidon's Strength. It's a level 3 spell. I don't think I have anything that's going to boost that particularly. It says I have great strength in combat. Mechanically, it says my melee attacks inflict additional damage equal to the spell's level, but I feel like vibes-wise,
I will let you add the level of the spell to this roll.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. You are trying to hit a 13 twice.
Great. I hate that. So I'm going to put a sortilege in. What is the actual roll here?
So physicality, difficulty 13, and she is trying to pull away from you.
Cool. Can I spend a bene?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh no, I can't spend a bene because I need to do it with Crux, or with sortilege. I'm gonna put 2 additional sortilege into this.
Okay, so you're rolling 3 dice.
Yep.
So 6
3
total.
house dice. Sorry, I have to find another D10.
Yeah,
I've never
yeah.
had to roll 60 before. There we go. Okay. So I am currently sitting at a plus 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need 9s. And we're gonna hope. And we're gonna pray. That is not a 9. Holy fuck, I rolled so piss poor.
However, you may call upon the house for aid.
Zach wants you to do it so bad.
Okay. So, yeah, I think I need to. So, question, since magic doesn't technically work here, how bad is it to roll zeros?
Flux?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that in this case that would normally be the house axe, but if you take a doom, I will
Fuck it, I'll
waive
take
that.
a doom, baby.
All right. You call upon a strength within the house to hold her fast. And in this point, you kind of pull her into submission, I assume.
I think this is Okris is just lifts her off the ground. So there's like a lot of like you can thrash around, but you don't actually have any points of purchase.
Okay.
I think it's easy to forget that Okris and Twig are kind of freakishly strong and freakishly durable because they're just kind of frail looking, and this like they are very much scrappy. And so there is something very funny about watching a kind of whippy, cordy, frail person just lifting an entire other person one-handed off the ground. Like, I think basically scruffing her.
So what I am going to do is we're going to revisit that. But you have
Yeah, I'm sure that Doom isn't gonna fucking come back and haunt me later.
So you have just all heard that when the host pointed at her, he called her the sister. What are all of you doing?
I want to get out of here. Like I'm getting that weird feeling like the longer we stay here, the more we're inviting trouble.
I think Maurice meets your eyes and says, "Basement."
Basement eventually, for sure, but perhaps this curator is worth speaking to.
Carpet, you hang tight. You're looking great.
To her
Carpet
quarters.
blushes. Oh, me?
I was gonna say, Kiri, what did you say there? I didn't quite hear.
Kiri said, or return the sister to her quarters. That's upstairs, no?
We can just drop her down the elevator shaft.
Somehow I don't know that's going to help with the house.
So
There seems to
wait,
be a logic here. There seems to be, and I think she's like appealing to Maurice to some extent. Like, there seems to be a story. I don't think this is a thing that we brute force and destroy. I think this is something we have to solve.
I didn't say
you
destroy.
think the place where the sister is least powerful is the sister's room?
No, I think that's where she belongs. The house has a sense of order, not chaos. I think it wants to be whole.
Then why
maybe?
don't we tell her to go back to her room? I suggested we talk to the curator. I said nothing of destroying the curator.
I don't think we know who the curator is.
I think we
Exactly.
need to find out how the pieces interrelate. And I think that's the story. And once you have the whole picture, I think she holds up the like piece of Allegra's eye. I think it's like what we have is pieces of a whole. I think we need to see what all the pieces are so we can fit them together. That's what a puzzle is.
Oh,
you're
you're so clever. You're so smart. And she's kind of screeching this as you are holding her up, Okris. Definitely the talent in the family.
What family?
Father always liked me better anyway. Maybe
Father?
because maybe I'm better.
Then whom?
Than you. Maybe I'm better
Yuri,
than
this
you.
thing is trying to get under your skin.
But it seems to think I belong here, Gav.
Of course you
know these-
belong here. I had to make you.
Make me what?
Make you. You wouldn't breathe if it hadn't been for my little bit of ingenuity.
To that point, Kiri, you think if Allegra, or whatever this thing that's wearing Allegra's face, made an entire dungeon for you, you'd want 100% that and get every room? I think busting through walls and skipping to the boss is exactly what we need to be doing.
Oh, listen to the smart Spider-Man. The one
I
who
walk
took
over
my
and
victory.
Who do I want to do this to? I will use the divine touch granted to me by Queen Frigilava.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to restore. I'm going to touch a creature that restores itself and imparts a sense of well-being and beneficence. I was saving this, but I think it's time to shut this thing up.
Okay.
That is it for my sorcery. That's all 4 left of my pool.
You touch this creature, this facsimile of Allegra. And I think almost you see that kind of scraping, and you see Okris as she was about to pull the dagger to scrape your arm, as if to get you to release her. You just see all of the fight go out of her and slacken as she goes limp in your arm. and you see almost like healing porcelain. That place where Gavriel shot her patches up, and one last blue butterfly leaves the crack before forming a whole face again. What do you do?
Maree breathes a sigh of relief.
At which point, I think that you just hear, "Could you release me momentarily, please? I don't know how much time I have."
Absolutely not.
And she looks over at you. Where's he? Where's my...
Where's who?
Which one? We've met so many people.
Where is... There is just a sound that comes...
Maree says, does it start with an M and end in low?
No. My friend, the
Anvers.
The battle mage.
Allegra?
He was with us at the
Where were you
fall
trying to go?
at the Battle of Upper Taverswood. What? He's not here?
Do any of us have any idea what she's talking about?
Yeah.
Because I, Hopper, fucking don't. I sure don't.
Gavriel, you have that moment where you were thinking of somebody smuggling you away, and just seeing, you just remembered them like kind of like just a black
And not
mass
knowing
in the
who they
air.
were.
Yeah. It's the first thing that comes to your mind, and yet you cannot place your the tip of your brain on this.
Who are they?
They came with me. They told all of us that they were going to assist with attempting to recover the seed, to do something. I'm just a fragment. I have bits and pieces. The house does something. I don't know how much of a span I have. We were trying to find the source of the Vespertine. We thought it could have been here.
Where?
In
Where in the house do you think it could have been?
They called it the cell.
The basement.
May have to go to the basement.
Maree is looking at this creature with pity and says, "It's going to take you again, isn't it?"
It's locked away. It will take me, but I can tell you, I left the key. It turns out that the key, I put it the place where I thought I knew that you would look. And she's looking at you, Kiri. I'm so sorry. I tried to... I don't think I'm going to win. And you just start seeing... It is almost like you just see a hairline crack of porcelain in her eyebrow. And you are...
Do you want to be free?
You are remembering Zaleska in her final moments in the war report as she looks at you, Kiri. But at this... Yeah, go ahead.
I think Kiri's instinct is no. Like I think she is re-seeing kind of like what happened to Zaleska, and almost not knowing where this power comes from or how it works. I think what she wants to do, in effect, mechanically, but it is reflexive. It is not a spell that she's casting or she has any idea of intentionally. This is not a spell she knows, but it's magic she has somehow. It's called Soul Thief. And it's level 5 plus 1 die. The next time a creature with a soul of at least level 2 dies near me, their soul is absorbed into an object of their level or higher. This can be used as a power source for a magical item, a bartering chip for a summoned demon, or whatever else I wish.
Okay. So, okay.
I can probably, I don't know for sure, but just like from a meta. Nope. Okay.
Hold on. So, Kiri, this is going to be a very hard roll. You are still getting you need to get 13 twice.
Oh boy.
And the thing about this is that if you succeed on this, you will have a piece of Allegra's soul, whatever this kind of reflection or shard is that has found clarity. If you fail, or if the house acts, or you take a doom, it's going to be bad. So, give me that roll. This is going to be sorcery.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I am definitely gonna pump Bene into. I was wondering what I was gonna use sorcery for because I almost never need it. So I have some.
So one of the abilities of the seeds of the seed of true faith is you or an ally you designate gain +3 enhancements to the pool of their choosing.
Okay.
I think I'll take the enhancement.
Okay.
So what does that mean mechanically for me?
That means you will have up to 3 additional dice that you can roll, but you will match 1 for 1 with a house die.
Okay. Cool. So that's a total of 4, yes?
Mm-hmm. So if you are rolling 4 dice, that means you roll 4 additional house dice.
Okay. So 4 total, and then so I'll just do that twice.
Okay.
But then have the ones that are marked as house die specifically for numbers. I just want to make sure I'm getting the math right.
Okay.
Okay. So I have to get 13 total here.
Okay.
If I add sorcery, 8 sorcery, that brings it to 14.
Okay. So we are going to wipe out all of your sorcery. And so, and you've already rolled. And so you don't have any house dice that are higher than your normal dice.
One was 0, one was 5.
Okay. So in that case, as she is breaking apart, you manage, what does it look like as you pull this shard? And this kind of shard of her soul into your grasp?
Normally when Kiri does this soul thief thing, because she's done something similar to this before, she hasn't really called it this. Like, she doesn't know it's a spell. But it's kind of what she did with Ardeno, right? It's kind of also what she did with the Countess von Aldringham. This putting a soul or someone's kind of corporeal being into an object.
Mm-hmm.
But I think here for the first time, it's not an object she has to hand that the soul kind of is grafted into or on. I think it transmutes into a shard of a mirror.
Amazing. Absolutely. And as you kind of pull this shard to you, you look on it, and there is, you realize as you are looking back at the shard, it is Allegra's eye looking back at you. And you just hear the host, "That's one heck of a party trick, am I right?" It sounds like you guys wanted to head down to the gallery. I'm happy to open the elevator for you if you'd like, or if you'd like to take the young lady and just like gesturing at the shard as though she is still a person. If you'd like to take the young lady up to her chambers and let her rest, happy to also point the way. You just tell me what you want to do, and I will make it happen because I am a good host.
Maurice looks at Kiri and says, where do you think the key is?
Isn't it obvious? She thought I would find it. It's in the library, Maurice. I'm a librarian.
And that's where we go.
Never gets us closer.
But something, I think Kiri's a little like shell-shocked. She doesn't entirely know what's just happened or kind of what she's just done or what this shard of glass she's holding really is. But I think she's also looking at these two people at the foot of the host who have, it seems, heretofore to now been quiet and not acting. I think she points at them. Who are they?
Oh, they're just guests enjoying the party.
Are they?
They've been here for a while, though, I have to say. Most people know when to leave the party, but, I'm the host. I can never leave. And you just feel a smile cracking behind that mask, and just breaking.
I think Kiri looks at Okris. Okris, I don't tell you this a lot, mostly because I don't think I always agree with it. I think our host wants to leave.
Well, you always want to leave the party early just before you're the last to go. You don't want to stay at the party too long. That's my motto. I'll just say, well, if there's anything I can help you with before I retire for the evening, you just let me know. I'm happy to do so.
Want the party to end.
And just, it's a strangled, guttural yes.
Close your eyes.
Oh, this is a new party game. What are we going to do? Play pin the tail on the donkey?
I think Okris just kind of holds out the sister to Gav. Oh. And very quietly and solemnly hefts the sledgehammer.
And you just, it's Lemmy in Of Mice and Men. The eyes are closed. Don't you just hate it when a tune gets stuck in your head, but you can't help but dance?
Gav nods at you, Okris.
Yeah, it's the worst. I have Myrmidon's strength up.
Yeah.
We're using a magical weapon. I'm doing something in the range of 20 damage with a strike.
Yeah,
and
no.
this person is not trying to dodge it.
No roll
Do I need
needed.
to roll?
No roll needed. You hear the crunch of the onyx as it impacts this blood weapon, and it caves, and the clothing that this fine clothing that this figure was wearing drops as their body disappears, and you realize what they were wearing was in fact just absolutely deteriorated rags, and you just hear as these two figures, seeing the host dissipate, back up reflexively like cornered animals and then leave for the opposite side of the Great Hall, galloping on force.
So I would like to, relevant, I do need to know what level this person was.
I would say 7.
7? Cool. So I will, because I have the secret murder magic, I regain 7 sorcery. But more importantly, I would like to activate my capstone ability, which is no cost. When I kill a creature or entity with magic or an ability, should I wish it, they are reborn elsewhere in the actuality with no memory of their previous existence. It is up to the GM's discretion what form this rebirth takes, but no magical effect lower than level 15 may restore the memory of the creature or entity's prior life.
Absolutely.
Do I get the sense that that worked?
You do. But almost as if, as you kind of will this into the actuality, you hear at the back of your hearing a whisper. And at the same time, almost as if in one last bit of effort, you now see that there is a lever that has been, you now see what the host has managed to do in his kind of final act of defiance against the house, which is he reveals to you what you have unfortunately until this point not been able to see. At least in this instance, you don't know if this magic exists outside of this room. But I'm going to find an image and you will see. all of you turn to see in the area from which you originally arrived in the Great Hall, a fully kind of unsorcelled brass elevator. And the metal door slides open.
I think that's our way down.
Is the clothing that's left, it was kind of containing this entity?
It seems to have been whatever this thing was. It was corporeal only because the house willed it. Whatever is left is just the rags that it kind of like glamored onto this figure.
How many pieces of the mask are left?
It's just one completely dented, caved-in piece. It's almost as though it's been rendered like partially a half mask by the blow, as you have caved it in hard enough for almost the side of one cheek to hit the other.
I think Ogris is just going to pick that up and slide it into one of the voluminous side pockets of their jacket.
It's a funny thing you say that.
Fuck me. God damn it.
Because you reach into your pocket to stow this, and you feel something in your pocket. It's a crumpled ball of paper.
Oh, fuck. Well, what does it say? What is it? Let's find out.
I have an image for you.
Ooh. Oh. May I read it out loud? Is it?
You may do whatever you like with it. I am going to give this to you in the Discord. That was not said pejoratively, sorry.
Is it the thing you sent in the chat or in the Discord?
In the chat.
Okay. I think you realize, you see Okris kind of holding in one hand, holding this blood sledgehammer, and the other kind of fitting this dented, destroyed mask into one pocket, and then pausing for a moment. It's very rare that Okris actually appears surprised by anything. And pulling out a crumpled ball of paper, they kind of shake it out, looking at it, and just kind of glances over to make sure that Gav has the sister in check. Reads it, blinks, and then begins to read it out loud. My comrades, we do not have to be what we started out. We are the beginning, the end, the last gasp, and every moment in between. This isn't mine.
I grabbed that letter.
Theirs.
I think I grabbed that letter from out of her hands, feeling like it comes from the Vespertine or some aspect of the dark in this house, and I rip it up.
So notably, there is a signature that is scraped out.
And unintelligible. However, I will say, Gav, as you rip that note up, I am assuming before you rip it up, you are the only person that can see this. Do you show everybody the piece of paper, or Gav, do you just grab it?
Well, I'm assuming Okris, while you were reading it, you were holding it out loud, it.
Was it visible to anybody else when I was holding it?
Absolutely visible. It's
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, does it say something else if it's in other people's hands? Oh.
It does not say anything else.
Okay, so Gav just grabs it and rips it.
Yeah, I think because I'm holding the sister with one hand, I literally use my teeth.
So, so here's the thing: is you're holding the sister. You're holding a shard of glass. That's all that remains of the sister. First off. The second thing is that when you rip this piece of paper, the handwriting looks eerily familiar to you.
In what way, Zach?
As in you saw somebody writing and then handing a report to Mott.
And who would have that been?
As you search your memory, all you see is just a black blob.
Oh, Sky again.
The door to the elevator is open. Where do you want to go?
Are we going up or down?
Going to the library, which is down.
Down.
Before we do that, I think Curie wants to use a forte ability that she has. I think her eyes are trained on these two individuals who seem to be kind of cowering without any sort of direction in the corner of the room. And Curie is going to use her forte ability, Words Become Truth, level 4, +1 die. I write a noun on an object, probably a piece of paper, but perhaps something else, and to all who are close to me. When I do, the object looks, feels, tastes, and smells like what I've written on it. Thus, if I write wolf on a piece of paper, those close to me perceive that paper as a wolf. Although this is basically just an illusion, it is a potent one as it exists within the mind of the victim. However, because it is in their mind, I have no control over the specifics or what happens after it's created. Curie is going to go over, in effect, to the wall nearest to where these two masked animal people are, and she's just going to write host on the wall.
Okay. As you do that, you see just the word written on the wall, but the kind of animalistic party goers look almost cautiously after kind of watching all of you, and begin kind of cautiously kind of moving forward, crawling forward on the tips of their fingers as though they were like paws, and then sidle on either side of that word and just sit and watch you vigilantly as all of you get closer to the elevator.
I think Curie sort of nods and rejoins the rest of the group.
Okay. So the question that Maurice asked still remains, up or down?
Well, it seems like ultimately we need to end up in the basement. It seems like there's something Allegra, or whatever this is, wants me to find. It's in the library. Both of those things are down, but I don't know. That host said there was an up. There's a music room and a sister's quarters. I mean, I don't know if we need... There's a curator, too, and they're downstairs, I guess.
I thought the curator was in the library, so...
No,
I don't know which way is
Father.
up or down.
Father's in the library.
They're both down, though. It seems like more of our options are downstairs.
Right, but while I'm wondering if there's anything we want to do while we're up, we might not go up again if everything else is down.
You get the sense that what is immediately available to you is the doors leading to the ballroom. There are also some side rooms here that may provide you guys some place to rest for some time. However, much of a short respite as you can get.
As long as we have the elevator, we can go up whenever we need to.
Let's get the key.
I mentioned this before, but this feels like more of a story or a puzzle, and that there's pieces, and if we rush to the end of it, we might not have everything we need.
Since I don't know which direction is which, or where we will be rushing to, we have one clue, and if I know anything about stories, it's that it feels logical to follow the string that we've been given, right? And this fragment says that they've hidden something for you in the library potentially, and that feels like the next step. No?
If we're talking about stories, the story is this. We walked into the darkest house, a place that makes absolutely no sense, and we are here to find a seed. We're here to find a seed because if we don't find it, we don't win against the Vespertine. I don't want to play out whatever story, whatever whatever this house is, and whatever psychic entities they've leached away, I don't want to play that game. I'm not the author and I don't trust it. We bust through walls and we take what we can and we get out of here. An unsatisfactory ending for whoever is in charge here is exactly what I want.
It's the dark, Maurice. And it's alive.
Then let's get the fuck out of here.
I think that's giving it too much credit. The dark is the absence of life and light. There's something here.
I cast Eye of Amanus on myself. And the reason I'm doing this is it's my real form. I feel the most comfortable in it. But for one particular reason, because its facet is the dark.
Okay. What are you trying to glean in this form?
A, how do I feel? And B, I'm proving a point that the dark is not necessarily dead.
So, the dark is never dead. You know this instinctually whenever you change into this form, but more so here than everywhere. You get the sense that it's kind of like when you clean a bathtub or, you vacuum a floor. You have beaten the filth, the dust, the inevitable decay, but it always comes back. You've beaten it here. You've removed the host from this story, this game. But there's always gotta be a host for a party. And maybe one day soon, there will be. Maybe if you fail here, there'll be another. But for now, here, in this room, you have bought a reprieve. But beyond it, the dark thrums around you. But also something else. A single point of light. That's what you get.
There's more here than I think any of us know, and it's not a story. It's not a game. It's a living place. And it does not adhere to any of our rules. Let's get the seed.
And
let's find what's in the cellar.
And just before you say, let's get the seed, all of you hear in a whisper in the back of your ear, and it hates you. You say, let's get the seed. Let's go to the cellar.
Maybe I'm not being clear or deliberate in my words. It is not particularly a strong suit. I understand that the dark of the suns is what you're referring to. I'm not referring to that at all. I'm referring to the absence of light. The end of all things. Entropy's logical conclusion. That is what the Vespertine are worshipping. This is not that. This is a trap. And it was a trap created by something with a will. Not emptiness.
It still has what we need.
If
So
it
we have
has
to
a
get
will, If it has a will, it can be broken.
We can break whatever we want. We have something we need.
Whatever this and I think like Curie looks specifically at Gab and Maurice here. Whatever you may think about this place and busting through walls and running through to the end and getting out, this place knows something about me. There's something about me that belongs here, and I intend to figure it out before I leave.
Careful. Gav is looking at you now with that arabesque face, and I think in the dark, the real dark here, her eyes are gleaming pure gold. I think it's incredibly unnerving. The longer you stare into the abyss, something does stare back.
But sometimes the abyss knows who you are.
Curie, there's not a single thing about you that belongs here. You didn't even know this place existed yesterday.
Yes,
Get a
but
hold of
Maurice,
yourself.
I went into the onyx wall and I left without something I was supposed to have. That's the feeling I came out of the dark with, that I'm missing something. And for the first time here in this house, I felt like there was some clue, some shred, some path to what that is and why. I can't abandon it.
I'm not going to abandon you. So that's that.
None of us are going to be able to stay here. We still have to go through the house, Kiri. You have plenty of time to find what it is you might be seeking. But this poor soul, just gesturing to like the pile of rags now, may have thought the same thing as you.
As you gesture to the pile of rags, you see a new figure standing with a different, albeit almost very similar, identical mask. Greetings. Welcome to the party. Hope you guys are having a good time.
No.
I'm gonna stalk my way into the elevator. Up or down?
Curia looks at the host and she points at the wall where it says host. And she says, I'm sorry, this position's already been filled.
Oh.
You're no longer required here.
That's a shame. And you just hear a soft laughter echoing through the hall. Up or down? It's on that note that we're going to conclude tonight's episode. Guys, thank you so much for staying with us through this Creep Fest that I'm very happy to actually be doing in the middle of when we are recording October. One of my favorite things that I used to do every year was the Frights of Fandoms series. So this is a nice little return to form. But that said, guys, thanks so much. We're going to go ahead because we're running a little late tonight. We're going to go straight into shoutouts and plugs, starting with Marcy.
Hello. Once again, because I don't know what's going on, I'm just going to be doing my standard. Check us out, Nanopod Studios. Lots of good shows. Check us out on YouTube. I don't know what's airing on the Twitch channel because it's so far in advance. I'm sure there's things you should watch. And if you don't know what you want to watch or when, just check the Discord because there will be posts in the future made by either Zach or myself. Who knows? And my usual, please take care of yourself. Punch a Nazi, fight fascism, do your thing. I know this sounds trite. I'm just trying to get everything out as fast as possible. And yeah, take care of everyone.
Bill, shoutouts and plugs.
Standing shoutouts to my cast mates and GM, and to jeffstormer.com.
Hopper.
Find your local mutual aid organizations, reach out and get involved. It'll make you a better person, and it'll let you enact your will on your community and your environment in a way that society has largely disenfranchised you from doing. Be gay, do crime.
Marissa.
It is just about the end of Banned Books Week here as we are recording. And so as your, I guess, resident fantasy librarian, read a banned book, read a book that someone has banned somewhere, because books should not be banned. People should be sharing ideas freely and should be able to read the things that people don't want them to read, because often there is a reason and an agenda. Someone doesn't want you to read something. That's been going on for centuries, folks. So yeah, support groups like the American Library Association and PEN America, support those groups that unfortunately our government is defunding in an attempt to try to take some of these ideas and the ability to share them away, and fund creators, fund people who are actually putting their ideas to paper and sharing them, and help them amplify those ideas in a way that is institutionally being removed. Yeah, that's it for me.
Amazing. And for my own part, echoing Hopper, find mutual aid organizations local to you. Help wherever you can. Be the light for somebody that needs it. Also fight fascism, and also make fun of fascists, because basically when you start laughing, it becomes really obvious how little power they actually have over people. And all that we give them is what they have. All they have is what we give them, I should say. So, in the meantime, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and may the invisible sun shine on you all. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Good night.